here I go again with another harsh reality about the existence of male life. The burden of male life. Why men pass away before women. Hopefully you guys can stomach this, because I was thinking about this earlier, and it's 100% true. So before we get into it, I gotta give you guys a quick story, and then we'll dive into it. So before we do any of that, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, like the video. Don't hesitate to hit the Cashapp, PayPal to support the channel and to support me in the description below. So I was in the truck recently, just observing people. And I was observing a male, older gentleman with his wife. I'm assuming it's his wife. And let me take a quick swig of water. More like a gulp right there. So let's get back to this work. So I'm looking at this man and this woman, and apparently they have some kind of business where they pick up pallets and they pick up, the little boxes, covers that, it's hard to describe what kind of, it's just what it is boxes. And they fold them up, and I don't know what they do with them, but they pick them up from this business because they apparently have a contract or something. So they're getting paid off of this, which is, I respect it. I respect the hustle, right? But I'm looking at this old man, and I keep saying old. He looks like he's in his late 40s, early 50s, which isn't old. You're just that's your middle age as a man. But nevertheless, he's doing all this manual labor. Now, where these boxes aren't the heaviest, but those pallets, he had about 15, 20 pallets. And I'm like, man, 50 years old, still doing all this manual labor, right? Your back has to be shot at this point. But this is the burden of males this is the burden that men have in relationships. And we can sit there and pretend it isn't what it is, but it is. And so the woman, of course, she goes inside, she talks to the people, make sure, I guess, the contract or whatnot is right, make sure all the pallets and stuff are ready. So she's kind of doing a little bit of stuff, kind of tossing some bullshit boxes, the light shit. And he's doing the majority of the work. He's backing the little trailer up. He's getting everything organized. He's taking the pallets from the dock and putting it on there and all this stuff. I'm just like, damn, this dude is really, really hustling. I respect it. But it made me think about the plight of men. See, as a man, we're the bearers of burden. Just like a dog, just like, I wouldn't say it's a bad example, but this is a better example. Just like an ox back in the day, just like horses that used to pull carriages full of supplies. Just like ox or the bigger, strong Belgian horses that pull some of the farming plows to plow a farm land. Just how those animals operate for you when it comes to farming and pulling carriages. That burden that they have is the same burden that you have as a man when it comes to the family structure. You're the bearers of burden. All the pressure and leadership falls on you. All the physical, the mental, the spiritual burdens fall on you. And you have little room for error. Because if you fuck up too much, your wife is going to leave you. your girlfriend's gonna leave you because their expectations are not your expectations. They can fuck up making a meal and it'll be okay. You'll be like, you know what? It's the effort that matters. See, if men don't do their job in the family, there is no family. But if a woman does her job half-ass, we can still coexist. Just imagine the men right now in relationships that work a job, pay the bills, cook the food, and get treated like shit. Now, I'm not saying that it should be switched up, because to be truthfully honest, when I looked at that woman and that man, she couldn't do that shit. What he really needed was his son or another man to make the shit go faster and more efficient. So her being there, it didn't really help. I mean, there's nothing she could have done to make it. And I'm not saying that she could have, did more work, because she's a woman. Her strength is limited. It is what it is. Just like with the real world, just like with the burdens, it is what it is. You're a man. It is what it is. You got to figure out a way to deal with it and get through it. It just is what it is. Right? There's nobody coming to save you as a man. You have to figure that shit out. Your support system, you are the support system. You got to support your family, your kids, your wife, and you got to support yourself. Because nobody wants to continually, on a consistent basis, try to help a man when a man should be able to help himself. That's how everybody looks. That's how men view other men, which is why you're alone. Whenever you say, hey, my girl is doing this, hey, I'm dealing with this, and other men are like, hey, man, just walk it off. Men don't even stick together like they used to. Women can't do anything but sympathize with you. She doesn't really truly know what it is to be a man. And you don't want her doing the stuff that men have to do. But here's the disconnect in today's society. So, back in the day, 50s, all that stuff, men were still the bearers of burden, and they had no problem being the bearers of burden. But the women were sympathetic. The women were like, you know what? He's going to mow the lawn. He's going to go out and work 12, 13, 14 hours a day, get, asbestos and mining coal in his lungs and all this. The least I can do is cook a meal. The least I can do is when he comes home is make the house clean. You got women today that have men doing that, and they come home and nag the shit out of him. Come home and make him feel like what he's doing isn't enough. And for that reason now, and for that reason alone, is the reason why men pass away before women, because oftentimes women stress the men out. So the male is dealing with work stress, coming up with the economic stability, that stress, and to throw salt in the wound, he got sometimes his wife stressing him out and his kids stressing him out. He hates coming home because he got to fight at home. There's no resting place for him. This is why men just say fuck it and just be like, you know what? Let me just be alone. Fuck my kids. Fuck my wife, ex-wife. They don't respect me. It is what it is. I just gotta be content with providing for myself and doing for myself and create some kind of, and go to sleep at night and live a life of peace. I gotta die with some kind of dignity, because all this disrespect is too much from these individuals. This is the plight of men in some instances. And in today's culture, women have no remorse, or you don't even give a damn. They've convinced women that men are their enemies. Successfully convinced them of that. So to be truthfully honest, if you're a man and you can't find a woman that respects you, you're probably better off being alone, bro. You know what's fucked up? I've been cursing a lot lately because I've been kind of in that mode. Plus it's raining outside. I'm in that dark, gloomy mode right now. But you know what's fucked up? A lot of people think, having a family and, once you have your kids, everything's gonna be okay. You're gonna teach them the right thing. That don't mean your kids gonna respect you either. Your kids can turn up to hate you just from how the propaganda is. Because in today's propaganda and movies, they make it seem like their parents are stupid and the children are smarter than their parents. It doesn't make any damn sense. Sometimes your kids don't work out how they're supposed to work out. So there's no guarantees in life. I keep saying that. Your woman is good today and then gone tomorrow. For whatever reason, she's concocted in her head. I know the last two videos have been, one of them videos, but this is helpful information in my opinion, and hopefully you guys find this helpful. Hopefully you guys on this channel, you find some kind of safety and security, and you don't feel alone. Be welcome to share your thoughts in the comment section, because throughout the time that I've been doing YouTube, I've heard some crazy and seen some crazy stories in the comments. And you aren't alone. Even though you might seem like it, there's other men that are feeling the same thing. Some men want to deny it. Some men want to accept it. But some of us can't accept it. And we got to speak out about it and not secretly die in silence. So that's my video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, like the video, or support the channel. Cashapp, PayPal are all in the description. We'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.